SQL injection is a technique used to extract user data by injecting web pages input as a statement through SQL commands. Basically, malicious user can use these instructions to manipulate the application's web server. Hello everyone, welcome back to Coding Stunts. In this cybersecurity series, I am already talking about the SQL injection. I have discussed what is SQL injection in the previous video. So if you have missed it, please don't forget to watch it and come back here. As promised, in today's video, I am going to discuss the types of SQL injection in detail. So stay tuned till the end. By understanding cybersecurity threats, organizations can better prepare for attack and remedy vulnerabilities. Let's take a look at the types of SQL injection attacks, which fall into three categories. Number one, in-band SQL injection. In-band SQL injection is the most common type of attack. With this type of SQL injection attack, a malicious user uses the same communication channel for the attack and to gather results. The following techniques are the most common types of in-band SQL injection attacks. Number one, error-based SQL injection. With this technique, attackers gain information about the database structure when they use a SQL command to generate an error message from the database server. Error messages are useful when developing a web application or web page, but they can be vulnerability later because they expose information about the database. To prevent these vulnerabilities, you can disable error messages after a website or application is live. Number two, union-based SQL injection. With this technique, attackers use the union SQL operator to combine multiple select statements and return a single HTTP response. An attacker can use this technique to extract information from the database. This technique is the most common type of SQL injection and requires more security measures to combat that error-based SQL injection. Type 2, inferential SQL injection. This type of SQL injection is also called blind SQL injection because the website database does not transfer data to the attacker like with in-band SQL injection. Instead, a malicious user can learn about the structure of the server by sending data payloads and observing the responses. Inferential SQL injection attacks are less common than in-band SQL injection attacks because they can take longer to complete. The two types of inferential SQL injection attacks are using the upcoming techniques. Number one, Boolean injection. With this technique, attackers send a SQL query to the database and observe the result. Attackers can infer if a result is true or false based on whether the information in the HTTP response was modified. Number two, time-based injection. With this technique, attackers send a SQL query to the database, making the database wait a specific number of seconds before responding. Attackers can determine if the result is true or false based on the number of seconds that elapse before a response. For example, a hacker could use a SQL query that commands a delay if the first letter of the first database name is A. Then, if the response is delayed, the attacker knows the query is true. Third type, out-of-band SQL injection. Out-of-band SQL injection is the least common type of attack. With this type of SQL injection attack, malicious users use a different communication channel for the attack than they use to gather results. Attackers use this method if a server is too slow or unstable to use inferential SQL injection or in-band SQL injection. In the next video, I will be talking about how is an SQL injection attack performed. So do not forget to subscribe for more such informative videos. Stay tuned. Leave your queries in the comment section for me to work on it for you. See you in the next video.